Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. So I do get a lot of comments with people saying I have saved them a lot of money, and I do get questions, hey, can I send you some money somehow? And now there is a way, if you so choose, called fan funding. You'll find it on the channel page right there. 2006 Chevy Impala LT doing the rear disc brakes. Can replace the rear brake rotor and the rear brake pads. So let's take off the wheel. There are 5 19mm lug nuts. Everything is left to loosen, right to tighten. So take off the lug nuts, loosen them up a turn or two, and then jack up your vehicle. Use safety stands, protect yourself, then take the lug nuts off the rest of the way, and then take the tire off. So, and then right now for this we have a 14mm bolt here for the caliper, and for the caliper mounting bracket we have a 13mm bolt actually. So that's the basics right there. We'll show a little bit later, but I took a little bit of brake fluid out of the master cylinder, so when we collapse the piston in here won't overflow. So I like to get back in here and pry on this in here, collapse the caliper piston. You gotta check the slides. Don't slide that great, but we can probably lube them up and make them better. But if they're really, really stiff, you may want to consider replacing the whole caliper. So, piston's collapsed. And we can take off the 13mm bolts, or 14mm bolts here, take the caliper off. I've actually broken them loose already. Little piece of rubber on the top. This is the driver's side. On the passenger side, that little rubber tip was on the bottom. Pretty worn out. Pretty even. Hitting the squealer right there is shiny on the end. You can take the caliper bracket off. There's a T30 Torx bolt right here. Again, I already broke it loose. T30. Used a impact driver and a hammer. Like that. Break it loose. Or before you take this apart, maybe you can have someone step on the brakes. Hold the brake still, and you can try and turn it off with a wrench, I guess. It's a regular. So we can slide these off. Tap it with a hammer back here. If it doesn't just come off, maybe spray a little lube around here, but it comes off. Then you've got your emergency brake pads here. They look to be in good shape. You can get your rotor machined or replace it. Slide the new one on. Clean up our caliper a little bit. clean these metal pieces up or replace them. A little bit of fresh lube in the hole. These are supposed to be 88 foot-pounds of torque. And you can maybe use a channel locks or something if you need to collapse the piston anymore, but it looks like it's collapsed all the way. .32 foot-pounds. You can tighten these in a crisscross pattern. Right to tighten. About 100 foot-pounds. That will complete your rear brake job replacement, and we'll go to the master cylinder. So here's the master cylinder. Take the cap off, just turns. Locks in place, turns off. Got a maximum and a minimum on the side. Just top it off as needed, pump the brakes a few times. Fill it up so close to the maximum line, and that would be completing your job. Maybe take it for a test drive before you let anyone else drive it. Make sure you pump the brakes before you go on a drive. Pump the brakes several times to set the pads. And that completes your brake job on your Chevy Impala and many other Chevrolet GM rear disc brake products. Good luck to you.